That's how my fingerstyle guitar rig sounds live, and this video is all about sound chains, why I need 4 pickups here, and how I process each one. Last video was all about the hardware side, gear and how it's wired together. A quick recap if you missed it. 4 pickups into one audio interface. All the processing happens inside the iPad, and I control everything with the floor MIDI controller, aka foot switches. I've tried to draw out my whole signal chain. It looks something like this, and building this with the actual pedals and full-size pedalboard would be quite an issue, right? So by the end of the video you'll see exactly why I went with the iPad and plugins instead. So I'm alone on the stage, I'm not even singing, I just play acoustic guitar, and what I want to have is, first of all, is natural acoustic guitar sound, because it sounds beautiful in the room. I want the same on the stage, through the speakers. And the second thing is I want it to be interesting, at least for my music. Let's start with the natural acoustic guitar sound, and of course the best thing we can do is to use condenser mics. But on live stage it's almost impossible, at least on my on my level. It's the luxury that's available to artists like Julian Lush, for example, but I need pickups. I've been playing on stage for 14 years and I've been trying different pickup systems, and what I landed on is you need at least 2 sources. In my case it's magnetic pickup, almost the same as electric guitar pickup, and internal microphone. The magnetic pickup gives this solid sound right in the face, and the microphone, it gives air, natural sound. So let me mute this mic to show you the difference. And you can hear that the magnetic pickup, it kinda isolates the strings, right? So there's almost no percussion. And of course the mic, it picks up everything. What you just heard is unprocessed raw sound. You can blend it right there, there's a mix knob, but I prefer to do it the other way. Why I like this particular pickup, the Fishman. I can run a Y cable off it, and on the other end I'll get 2 separate jacks, magnetic pickup and the microphone. Now I can EQ and process each one separately and blend them. I used to do this with the Zoom A3, then I switched to Line 6 HX Stomp, but now I can do it right there in the mixer. It's an app called Loopy Pro. On the magnetic pickup I cut the top and keep the bass and mids, all the beef, and on the mic I cut the bass and mids to avoid feedback issues and muddiness and keep the airy acoustic natural top end. This gives me the best possible mix, so EQ'd individually, mixed, EQ'd one more time, and a little bit of compression. On top of that, I use this secret cheeky plugin to wider the picture a little bit. If you're in the headphones, you will be able to hear. But it's a lot of mic in the mix. So to avoid feedback issue on the stage, I use, first of all, feedback buster. I just cut it so it fits right there. It changes the tone a little bit, but nothing that cannot be fixed with the EQ. And the second thing to avoid feedback issue on the stage, I ditched using on-stage monitors, right? Those speakers. Instead, I use headphones, in-ear monitors. More on that later. Add a little bit of reverb on top, and here's my stage sound. However, I play with the percussion. And all those high-pitched strokes, I can perfectly well capture it with the internal microphone. The bass drum, the bass kick, that's the problem. You hear there's no bass. I cannot simply boost the bass frequencies for the mic channel, because it brings muddiness for the strings and real risk of feedback on stage. So instead, I use separate piezo disc transducers for that. Basically, it's like contact pickup, and I put it right there. To be honest, I put even two of them right there, so I'll have a bigger area where I can hit. And two more there. So output number 3 mixed, output number 4 mixed. And again, I can run those out through a Y cable, so one jack for the upper kick and one for the lower kick. And now I can process each one separately. On my older boards, I used to cut all the highs, boost around 100 Hz and slap an extreme compressor on it. Here in the iPad I can do all the same, plus add noise gate. But I've actually gone further than that. I don't even use the original audio anymore, the original kick sound. I just use it as a trigger for the synth drum plugin. So here's frequency of incoming audio, and you can see that it doesn't trigger anything until I hit the kick. And you can set the threshold, and now I can choose the frequency of the bass kick separately, right? Let me play that in the mix. Having this level of control over the kick is really handy. I can choose specifically what frequency works the best for the venue I'm playing that night. I create a dedicated widget here and overall volume just for the kick. By the way, that's my custom control panel, and we'll be talking about it in a minute. So you've heard my core sound. I built it entirely in the mixer with the plugins, but in Loopy Pro you can build your own custom control panel, the layout with a lot of different pages if you'd like, and you can create buttons, faders, knobs, dials, text, and you can assign anything to those widgets. And I did a lot of assignments. As you can see, that's my main project. It's a little bit cluttered in here, right? It's a bit of a mess. The reason for that is because I use it not just for fingerstyle, but also for all kinds of experiments like live looping, synth, weird effects, etc. Here, for example, I got master reverb volume assigned to this knob, and on top of this reverb I got another reverb, longer. Nice, right? And again I can control volume and high frequency that I feed into this reverb. And on top of those two reverbs, I got extra one. It's a shimmer-like reverb, and I feed only magnetic pickup channel into this reverb, so no mic going there. It sounds a little bit more cleaner and no percussion going there. And to toggle those extra reverbs, I got on-screen widgets, but also I've mapped them to floor MIDI pedals, so I can bring them in mid-tone, just like a normal hardware effects pedal. And by the way, for the reverbs, I'm using a bus channel setup. It gives me a better control over the tails, and if you ever used bus channels in DAW, you know what I'm talking about. In this particular case, it allows me to combine different plugins. For example, tape delay, shimmer, granulizer, and it's all together sounds like... And again, to control that tail, I put few knobs, and overall on-off button I assigned to floor foot switch. The same way I built two delays. The first one is tape delay, and I run both magnetic pickup and the mic through this, so I can have my percussion going to delay. And here's tap tempo, so I can tap the tempo here on the screen, or again assign the widget to floor MIDI foot switch. And the second delay, it takes the sound only from magnetic pickup, cause it's overdriven and reversed delay, and it sounds like... Here I can change saturation, I can change the feedback and trebles. Same way I built Fraser here, again assigned it to floor MIDI foot switch. And I've done dedicated video just on that, just on the Fraser effect here on my YouTube channel, and extra tutorial on my Patreon. Feel free to check it out. And if you're interested in building something like this for you, iPad-based pedalboard or maybe iPhone-based pedalboard, I've created big 2-part video course just on that. I'll put a link down below, and please check it out if you're interested. Because this is a virtual mixer, I can easily hit plus and add another channel with a good old magnetic pickup signal and slap amp sim, cap sim, overdrive pedal on top of that, and use it along with my acoustic sound. Then I can do it one more time, add yet another channel, the same magnetic pickup, but this time I'm gonna use EQ and octave effect. This way I'm gonna have something like Bose OC3 in poly mode. I've got a separate video and tutorial on this one as well, but I'm doing it slightly different now, so if you don't want to miss updated version, subscribe to the channel. And this tune. That's my original tune, like most tunes I play in this video. And I'm about to release an album with my original music, so if you don't wanna miss this, subscribe to my socials, and I'll put the link to this as well down below. Thank you. Here is my reset button, and basically it's like default snapshot for every effect, and all the buttons, all the knobs go into default position. But I can build the same for song A, song B, etc. and that saves a ton of time between songs. And I can do the same for song parts like intro, verse, chorus, and even map floor foot switch to scroll through those snapshots in pre-programmed order. That's my core setup for fingerstyle shows. But also I love live looping and the app called Loopy Pro. So I can add as many loops as I want right on the main layout. I end up with 8 loops, but to be completely honest with you, I rarely use more than 3. So only 3 of them are mapped to foot switches. But the best part is that I can mute everything that I built before for my fingerstyle guitar sound, like acoustic sound, and create brand new chain. I take the sound from magnetic pickup, run it through amp sim, tape saturator, tremolo, reverb, and end up with this kinda jazzy sound. So I can build a few different tones, not only acoustic guitar tone, and jam around with those tones and loops. Like I mentioned before, to avoid feedback issues, I use this and I stop using on-stage monitors and start using headphones, aka in-ear monitors, and you can plug them to extension cable and into your audio interface or go wireless. I've tried a few wireless systems and settled on this one. This is X5 U45D, and it has a bit bulky transmitter, but the sound is good and it's stereo. So I plug it straight into my audio interface and I can mix metronome if I want to my ears, and I can control overall volume right from the receiver. And this particular unit is updated version, so it's USB-C charging and it runs on 5.8 GHz instead of the usual crowded 2.4, so there is way less chance of interference. I won't go through each and every channel, each and every plugin, all the pages here. It's too many, and if you're interested in this type of review, there is one on my Patreon page. If you got questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Quick reminder about my courses. Extra Patreon is extra content on my Patreon page, where you can also support the channel. Yeah, you'll find all the links down below. Also, subscribe, hit the bell, because as guitar players we all know that pedalboard is never really finished, so I'll keep posting updates here, and see you around. Cheers.